That hasn't happened in a long time. Let me reset my chat over here, my tablet, so I can see what's going on. I don't know if anybody's going to find me. Oh, Arlene found me. Has not happened for a long time where I lost the connection. All right, now let me set my camera up here. Technology, that's right. It really throws us off, doesn't it? Technology really throws us off. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for coming back in. I appreciate it. Let me fix my chat. That hasn't happened for a long time. Hi, Riri. Hi, Arlene. Hi, Kathy, and Nina, and Dawn, Malia. Thank you guys for coming back in. Let me fix the quality on my video. There we go. Good to see you guys. Thank you all for coming back. Hi, Kimberly, Nina. You guys were in a nice chat about music and rap and all of that, and I was busy fixing the corner of my... I got out too close to the edge here and my thread couldn't handle it. So let me repoke these holes if I can. I'll poke one here. That's pretty close to the edge too. And one over here. All right, let's try this again. Kathy's going to stream this morning, is that right? And is today your birthday, Kathy? Kathy Cowell? Is today Kathy's birthday? Kathy, if you would look at your in Fibdiggity, in the address book, it says 9/5, 9/5, and I think it's supposed to be 5/9. You are streaming this morning. It's not your birthday? It isn't. When is your birthday? Whose birthday is it? Look at your... I thought I saw you post a birthday dinner yesterday on Facebook. I wished you a happy birthday. September 5th. Oh, so it is 9/5. Well, what was the happy birthday dinner post about? Oh, I'm getting like my mother. I wish you a happy birthday anyway. My mother was always giving me happy birthday presents. Here, she said, this is for your birthday. Oops. Well, I wished you a happy birthday. I thought yesterday was your birthday. I was mixed up. I got it all confused. Happy birthday anyway, Kathy. I hope you have a good day. Oh, dear me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy not birthday to you. Happy no birthday to you. I saw a post yesterday saying it was that you were having a birthday dinner. What was that all about? I thought it was your birthday. Did you post something about a birthday yesterday? You know, and I hope you're not being cloned. Did you post something about a birthday dinner yesterday, Kathy, on Facebook? That's one. And then I went back and I looked at I looked at the Facebook and oh, your niece's birthday was yesterday. Oh, so let's wish Kathy's niece a happy birthday. Happy birthday to Kathy's niece. That's what it was all about. See, I got it all mixed up, Kathy. I'm sorry. I thought it was your birthday. I'll change the post to, oops, it was her niece. I saw that post and I thought it was your birthday. And then I went and looked in Fibdiggity and it did say, it said 9/5, but I thought it was supposed to be 5/9 because today's May 9th. And that's why I said, would you look at your post? Oh, that's what happened. That's what happened. Your birthday is on 9/5 and your niece's birthday is on 5/9 or 5/8. Okay. Well, happy birthday to your niece. I'll change the post. Happy birthday to Kathy's niece. Not there. Fixed. Nobody knew. Nobody's the wiser except for you all. And let's take this. I'm only going to do one side because I'm getting tired of doing this. I got one more to do and we'll call it that. This threading stuff done. Happy birthday to Kathy's niece. What did Nina say? By my reckoning, he had about 6 birthdays every year. That's like my brother. Sometimes his sweet tooth would kick in and he'd bring home a cake and say it was his birthday. By my reckoning, he had about 6 birthdays a year. That's funny. It's my birthday. Let's have cake. One more and we'll call this silliness done. I'm going to do the pencil. Doing one of these is fine. Doing 12 of them gets a little monotonous. Oh, I'm gonna plant flowers today. And I want to plant my beets. We had a late spring. We have to get our garden planted. We got corn to plant, zucchini, and cucumbers to plant. My brother will be wanting to do that. He planted his tomatoes. I got to plant my tomatoes. Today is plant day. Let's see, I want to go this way. I haven't had that internet trouble in a long time. Something hiccuped along the way. This is the last little piece I'm going to stitch this morning. I'm getting, this is too repetitive for me. Getting too bored with it. All right, pull the loop tight. There we go. Oh, that's too much. I'm just tacking it down. I'll be gluing the pieces down here. Yeah, give Penelope my needle. She likes to eat needles. This one's a little, the big needles I've been giving to Penelope. The smaller needles, no, she eats them. All right, so now I get Dee Dee out of the way. I love how Dee Dee peeks over the corner. What are you working on this morning, Meri? All right. So now I just want to tape these down in here. Like so. And I've got these others to do, but maybe every time I say I'll stitch them offline, I don't get them stitched. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because I move on to other things. All right, let's go ahead and, I don't know if I want to tape them down. It makes sense to tape them. Using all my double-sided tape up. I'm getting hungry. We had for supper last night, we had bacon sandwiches. Those usually fill me up. I got a sausage that I can heat up in the freezer. All right, we'll do these two. No. Then that tape over a little. And this one goes in here. Did I do this? I don't remember. That's crooked from the start. That's a little better. I'm going to have room for all of these. Now, a real shadow box, you would find objects to fit your box. I'm making my box out of my objects. And this is, of course, what I call two-dimensional shadow box. Because it's in a journal. We can't have a three-dimensional one unless you have a pretty darn fat journal. All right, I'm going to have to put this one pretty close up to it. And keep it straight as I can. Because I got to fit these on. What's Malia doing? Hi, Brenda. Hi, Journey. Good morning, Journey. Good morning, Brenda. What Malia says? I bet, Journey, I'm thinking of taking a ride through the mountains this weekend to look at the rhododendrons. Rhododendrons in the mountains? Ours too, Journey, a bright fuchsia. What did Journey say? I've got to catch up with your chat. Rhododendrons are blooming, so pretty. Oh. The East Coast has a beautiful spring, Kimberly says. Our spring is pretty late here. I mean, we've had a cool weather, and the trees are just starting to green up here. I had to mow. I mowed for the first time yesterday afternoon. Yesterday, late morning afternoon. Do I want to move this over, or do I want it? I think I want to move it over. About make it match this one. Well, I'll leave it there. I would have never had room for that still. I don't know about putting a moonshine still in my journal. They might come and take me away. Pencil's just going to barely fit. I might have to move this one over a little. I could put this one here and make it fit that way. And that one down there. I don't like that though. We'll put it closer to the edge. I'm getting thirsty. I'm going to have a sip of that tea. Chamomile tea. Let me refresh chat. Kathy says, no, Journey, privacy and abide are community guidelines. No, Journey, I'll have to look. Journey, what is Journey saying? Kathy, did you see Lena's sweater and wrist warmers? They're absolutely gorgeous. Did she knit them, Journey? All right, we're going to put this. I have to put it pretty close in. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll put my weekend down here, only right side up. Weekend. We just had our weekend. And I'm only using weekend because it was there. What did Arlene say? Y'all hear it here first. Meri the Moonshiner. I wouldn't know how to make moonshine. Maybe dandelion wine. We had dandelions. I mowed them all down. So that they wouldn't go to seed. Some of them went to seed. It's pretty hard to mow those little dandelions that are close to the ground. My brother said we should spray them, but he didn't buy any spray, so. There you go. Weekend. All right. So, got all these little fussy pieces here. All these little pieces annoy me. Little pieces annoy me. Little scrappy pieces. So I think I'd like to do something else, but I don't have anything that really shows up on this brown paper except for my white fine liner. And that's juicy. Although a fine liner would, I think this is the juicy one. Let's test these. I think this was the one that the cap was. Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to hand draw. Got a little curvy there. Oops. Not enough room. But it'll be folded in the edge of the book anyway. Doesn't have to be perfect in my book. My book, it doesn't have to be perfect. There's nothing in my art journaling that's perfect. I think I'll call that done. I got a blob there, but I'm not going to worry about it. And we'll let that dry. That's a shadow box, a two-dimensional shadow box out of fussy cuts, out of magazines. I think these are mostly Mary Jane magazines. There might be something else in here. I think this is mostly the Mary Jane magazine, Mary Jane Farming magazine. I'm going to put it up here to dry. So, it's only 7:30. I think, let me put these fussy cuts down. I think what I'd like to do, if I can find it again here. What did I do with it? Did I put it down below? Dee Dee sent me that Fracture book. Or we could do this. This is grid paper. I guess I'm doing grid journaling this morning. But I'm going to show you how I do my scissors, because I got that pattern down in my head. Now, I don't know how much you guys can see this. It's grid, blue grid. I can't see it at all on my tablet. Let's see what you guys see up above. You barely see it, but it looks like that. I don't know if this is, maybe if I zoom in a little. I don't know, even zooming in isn't gonna. Let me take it down a little because I want you to see what I'm doing. And I'm gonna hopefully use my Sharpie here, if I can find it. We'll use, I don't know if this will work or not. We'll see. So there's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So there's 8 inches with 10 squares. Mary's going to do her arithmetic. Mary's going to do arithmetic. Help! Mary's going to do her arithmetic. Because let me, y'all might want to get a cup of coffee. So I know I have 80 across, and there's one, well, I don't know if that's a full one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 down. So what I do when I do my scissors, I'm going to do a scissors design like this. It's going to be pretty simple to start with. Whoops. And this can be a square. Just, we'll make it all full stitches this time. So I usually start out with 5 or 6 there. Let's start out with 6 because it's an even number, and 7 and 8. So that's 14. No, wait, excuse me. 6, that's 8 and 8 is 16 that way. And I come down this way. We'll make it like that. And then I come 3 this way, and 1 centered one, and 3 up this way. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 this way. So there's 8 in here, there's 8 here, and 8 here. So that's 24. And there's 80 across. So I subtract 24, so that would be 56, and that's divided by 2. So that's 28. So I should be able to count in 28 here and 28 here. Let's make sure. 28 and 28 and 28 and 28 and 24. That's 16, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 80. So that arithmetic I do better at when I'm doing something like this. I'm just going to center this on the page. I'm not counting this top square though, so it may not be centered vertically. I could. Let's count how many squares I have there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've only got 9 squares in there, so it's short one. So I'm going to count. Well, I could go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could make that one my top one. 4 down. All right. So and then I want to design in here. So we know this is, before I say the length of this, I'm going to put my design in here. So what should I put in there? I was thinking I could just put a heart, but what should I put in there? I'm really zoomed in. What kind of a motif? I don't want to do something very complicated. I could put looped hearts. That would be kind of complicated though. A coffee cup, a mug? No. No. Leah's here. She fell asleep. Take care, Arlene. Bye, Arlene. Leah says, dandelions have a lot of health benefits. A weed killer is very bad. If you want to get rid of them, you actually fertilize the grass and choke them out. Yeah, we don't do much. I mow them down. That's about all I do with the dandelions. But the people all around us spray. Well, the guy next door to us on the north side, I don't think he does anything. I'm trying to think what kind of a motif I want in there. Kathy left Calico Cake. Kathy left the link to Lena's video on her sweater. It's called a Crystal Seyfarth, Seyfarth art knits. Brenda, I haven't been noticing you too much. She says, Mom had a huge rhododendron in her front door. Her insurance made her cut it way back last year as a fire hazard. They're blooming more, just not 15 feet high and 10 feet across. Oh, Brenda. Journey, we kept the backs cut so that they weren't up against the house. It didn't make sense to me. I have some company and crepe myrtle of the same size by my door. They haven't said a thing about them. Aw. Fertilizer skyrocketed in price. Oh my goodness, Leah. Yeah, I just mow them down. Well, I don't want to do something too complicated, so I think I'll just put maybe a square in there for now. Just a little square. So we know this is 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. Well, this is 8 across this way, so maybe 6. So 6 this way, and I'm still thinking about the length down, like that. Well, it'd have to, if I make it square, it'd have to be 6. 6 down and 6 across. I could put an X in there. I could try to put an X in there just for the fun of it. All right, so now I want to do the sheath. And what I generally do is just bring it down like this. And I make them real simple. It's kind of my design. like that, and then make this one about 3 shorter, like that. So if this is 6, we could have 2, 4, 6 this way. So 2 there, 2 there, and 2 there would work. All right. So I know I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 105 tall. If I count these 5. Let's draw a line. I'm going to have to zoom out so you guys can see the whole thing. Let me draw a line across here. Let's make it 106 tall. This is just going to be a very simple cross-stitch scissors. And I already know that I want to come in 28 this way. So 10, 20, and 8 would be 1, 2 would be right to there. And I'm going to have a lot of space on this, but when I stitch it on my fabric, I'll center it. Let's see, 10, 20, 28 here. All right, so my scissors are going to fit right in there. I have a lot of space here and space there, but that's okay for this. Let me zoom in. You guys aren't going to see the grid because it's a light blue. Let me zoom in a little, so zoom out a little, I mean, so you can see the whole sheet. Oh, come on, Meri. I don't know if I can get everything on there. Oh, what do you see? You see me. Move my camera down a little. I'm wearing my black polka dot leggings and this blue plaid shirt this morning. All right. So you can kind of see the scissors pattern that I'm going to do here, but you'll see it more as I grid it out. I have to figure out, I made this 106. So I generally make these 16 long, this, and then there would be 1, 2, so that would be 20 long, 1, 2 down here. So a little square in there. And make this one 16, so it would be 20, and that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's 24, and then 6 this way, and actually this would only be 4, and 1 there and 1 there, so it'd be 6 this way, so it'd be 6, and so that's 20, 24, it would be 44, and 6 would be 50. So 50 would leave me 56 here out of my 106. And that would take it right down to the bottom. And I'm not sure I want to do that. I want some margin. So I'm going to take 10 off of this for 5 squares at the top. So this would be 46 here. So let's make sure my numbers add up. I have 5, 20, 4. Oh, I counted this wrong. No. There's 20. There's only 4 here. I counted that wrong. See my arithmetic. Okay. So I have 16 there and 2 there and 2 there. So this is 20. This is 4 and that's 6. 24, 6. And so that's only 30 instead of 50. That's better. So that leaves me 76. And then I'm going to minus 10 for the margin. So that leaves me 66 here. That makes sense. So we go 5, 20, 4, 6, and 66. 5, 20, 4, 6, and 66, and 5 again. Let's see how that adds up. So there's 25, 29, 35. 35 and 66 is 11, 101, and 5 is 106. So that's right. So I'm going to leave 5 up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and my scissors will start. Actually, I need it down 2, I think, like that. And you guys aren't going to see this too much. Well, now that I'm starting to grid it, though, I'm going to zoom in again, so you guys can see it better when I draw it out. Let me come in. And I am right in here. So I want 6 this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and down, and down, and over. And then I think I left 8 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That doesn't seem like I'm going to, let's see. I might have to adjust this a little. I said 6. I had 8, 8, and 8. That's 24. And that's 24. Oh, you know what? I have to bring this over a little, because I added that extra one in there. Or I could just leave it that way and not put that one in there. We could do that. I'm adjusting my design here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And except for see, I might have to erase all this and start over again, or I could just adjust it this way. Let's adjust it this way. I know I need 8 here. It won't be centered on my page, but it'll still be good. It'll still be good, she says. All right, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think I start about there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, and then I want to go over 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come down like that. It's just off center by a few, but who cares? It's just paper. And then I want to go down 16. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Make sure I have this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's right. So this comes, but did I count that one? Might have to be up one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's right. And then another 8 would bring me to here. Once I get it mapped out, this is just a design, rough design. And then it comes in one here, and comes one here, and it goes 6 over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right to there. And right now I'm just coloring these in so you guys can see the map. So you can see it. Once I get one in there, the other one's not hard. So that came in one. This comes up one. So these should meet, and I think they do. So I know this is 16 squares here. I know that there are 2 there, 6 there, and 2 here. So I really don't need to, for my purposes, just to do this on my own, I don't need to put symbols or colors or anything like that in there. So I know I need 8 in here. I come down from this one, right here. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, and then 2, 1, 2, and then I go up 3, 1, 2, 3. And I might have to move this over a little because it depended on where I went in here. I could move this one over a little. Let's come down here because this has to meet. I need 2 more in here. I need to move this one over a little. Let's put 3 in there. 1, 2, 3. And this one here. Oh, maybe I'm right. Here. No, I'm not matching it. This one has to come here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Ignore those. I'll white those out with a little white out here. This is Meri's figurine. It looked good over there on scratch paper, but once I start gridding it out, there. I'll wash that out. Let me blow dry that. I don't want to put my hand in it. And of course my blow dryer's not plugged in. Is it? It was caught in my chair. No, it's caught underneath something. All right. I'm still happy with it. It's just me figuring out where I'm going to put my stitches. I added 2 more here. I added 4. So I'm going to put 2. I'm going to bring this down a little. There. And this will be pretty easy now, because this will come here. And this is 16 again. And that's right. And there's a square there. And this comes up and there's a square here. And this is 6 again. And there's a square there. And this is 16. Comes down to there. Goes in. No. Like that. And doesn't, does that look right? That should not be colored. No, it comes down here. There we go. And this one should be colored. All right. I'm good. We're just going to color that in. That's 16 stitches down. And this is 16 stitches down. This is 6. And this is 6. And we got 2 here, 2 there, and 2 there. So that's 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And made a box here because I couldn't think of anything right away. So I'm going to try to put a little X in that box. Like so. It's not going to fit though, so I'll just do it with thread. I'll just do it, put an X like that with thread. Like that, like that, and like that. All right. Then I think I counted 66 down, but I added 1, so it'd be 65 down. Right here and right here. So, there's only 8 there. So, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 8 is 68. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 8 is 68. And I'm going to take 5 off. So I might make this only 60 long. Let's bring it down. That's 8, 18, 28, 38, 48, 58. Well, I'll be 2 off. 58. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8 there. Really 9 there. So that's 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66. Come up 3, maybe I'll come up 4. And then we draw this long shank like that. Now, that's a pretty, I like this quite a bit, but I think I want more in here because I didn't know what I was going to do with this motif. See, this whole shank of scissors was, that's 9, 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 59, and there's 66. So this whole shank is 66, like what I said. But I got this little teeny box up at the top. So I might just play with this, and let's go ahead and darken this in because I know it's 66. This is just for me, just playing with doing the scissors here. That I'm going to stitch it. I'm going to stitch it. And this is generally what I do. I should bring out that little notebook that I had where I made a 4th of July. I did a Statue of Liberty and a Betsy Ross and an Uncle Sam. What should I put in here, though? Maybe I'll just bring that box out. I want to put something else in here. This is where I get to playing. I could do a heart, but I don't know. Another box, I don't know. This is just thread here. This isn't going to be cross-stitched. All these others are cross-stitches. Meri's thinking what she wants to do in here. Because that's just too tiny for me. I could just bring it out. There's 6 there. So if I come down 2 and 2, and 2 and 2, and I could just come out like so. Come out 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That would add 6 more. And I'm keeping it all full stitches. I don't want to do any angular stitches or anything. So let's come down this way. Yeah. Let's put another box in here. Coming out 1, 2, what did I say? 1, 2, 3. 1. You can't see it very well, but there's 3 there. And we're going to come down and go out 2 like that. This is just me messing around like that. 2 in there. That brings it out. That makes it a little bit more full in there. So if I go down this way, let's just go down and see where it takes us. Go down this way and up again. Yeah. And then let's come up this way and see where it brings us. I think I like that. Kind of 2 boxes with X's in them. I kind of like that. And then this is almost too fat for me, because all these others are single lines. So I think what I'll do is add another box here, another box here, and make this a thinner. Make this thinner. Oh, I could leave that as a backstitch line, but I might not. I need some white out. I kind of like that, but it's not exactly where I want to go. Oh, there's my little brush. It's falling under my... I want this line out of there. And this line out. And that line out. So what I have is a large box, and this is just going to be thread here. It's not going to be, these are stitches. This is just thread. So I have a small box and an X, and a large box and an X, and I could put another small box with an X down here. But I don't think I will. I think I'll leave it just like that. And no, I'm not going to stitch it this morning. Let me wash this brush out. I'm kind of happy with it. Now, if you had, and I used to have gridding software on my old laptop, but I don't have that anymore. And I have not found a mobile version of where you can design your own patterns. I found where you can take a pattern that they put in a photo and convert it, and I don't know. I found that, but I haven't found a good mobile cross-stitch design software. But you could put this in a cross-stitch design. You could convert it into a, if you had a good design software, you can get it. For the desktops, you can get it. And I had one, but I just kind of quit using it. And this is a very simple one. Let me put this back on. Looks like I took the whole cap off here. What did I do? Put this back on here. And you could make it neater and everything. This is just kind of a pattern for me to follow. I'm not going to stitch it here this morning, but I will stitch it. Maybe I'll stitch it out on the front porch, and we'll show it to you when I get it done. Let me zoom out so you can see the whole thing. And generally, to tell you the truth, when I do something like these scissors, sometimes I have to work out the center part, but this part generally all stays the same for me for my designs. When I used to design cross-stitch scissors, I'd use this same basic scissor shank and everything. Oh, I might change it a little, you know, and I've done a whole series of cross-stitch scissors. I did the 12 Days of Christmas. I've done houses and 4th of July, and I did I think I did the American flag. But this will be how it'll look on I like the long shank here. That's kind of part of my original. I started doing these in 2006. But now that I don't have my computer software, I just do it by hand, I guess, and that's what I got this tablet for. So now, if I want to do more of scissors, I could use this same general design and then just design this part in here. If I know that I'm going to start, you know, where I just got this area in here to design, and we could do all different things. In fact, I could do another one. Get me started here with my pen. I know that this is, well, at least 20 across. It would depend on what I'm designing, but it's taking off 2 squares across, and I could just, well, let's see. There's 3 there, 10, 11, and 3, 14. I could allow for a 20 by 20 square. That would bring that into this area here. So 20, I could allow, if I wanted to do another center design, that's 20 that way and 20 that way. And this is not 20 by 20. This is 10, 14 by, well, I think it would be 14 again. Might be not be a complete square. 1, that's 7. Yeah, it's 14. It's 7 each way. So this is 14 by 14. And this is 20 by 20. So to make this 20, I would need 3 more out each way. So I might bring this in a little. Let's see, 19, 18. I could allow 18 by 18. And design within that 18. So there's 2 off of this and 2 off of this. This is 18 by 18 here. So I could design 8. This is 14 by 14. This is 18 by 18, but I could come out a couple more squares there. And I could put something else in here, whatever I wanted to put. I don't know. What should I put? I don't want to make anything too complicated. This would be the center here. I'm just making notes for me. And we could do whatever in here. And of course, you know, I kind of scribble this stuff when I'm playing around getting ideas. I don't try to do this precisely. If I were designing for a company or something, I'd probably get the software. All right. So I know that I took one up there, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I probably have 8 down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is my center here. But if I take one of these boxes, I could do it like this. So I'm trying to keep it symmetrical without putting big bold line in the center. I could do something like that just for the fun of it. Make it kind of folk artsy. like that. And I could do the same the other way, but I can't think right now of a good motif to put in there. But, and you have to think, you know, if you're going to stitch like a, well, like a face or a portrait or something like that, you have to think, how's it going to fit in there? And, you know, fit in there and look halfway decent. Make that smaller. And then you have to think, okay, I got grids. If I want these full stitches, I just drew a circle in here. So you have to think, and then you're going to, okay, am I going to try to make a face in there, or do I want it to be a silhouette? Or maybe I just want it to be a tree. Maybe I just want it to be a tree, you know, a Christmas tree. So you can play around with a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm going to use this design right now, and I think I'm going to remember that if I want to do something different in here, I just play in there. I'm going to use 18 by 18 by 18 grid. I don't want to grow away out wider than my scissors. I want to keep it within the area here, because this is 24 across. So if this is 24, the widest points, and this is 18, I have 6, which would be about three squares on each side. And that's probably as wide as I want to get. So there we go. You saw Meri play with her scissors design this morning. I think I will stitch this up. Oh, and then one thing I do, I'll just show you on here with drawing. One thing I like to do is take and put my scissors, let's just say this is my scissors here. And we'll just kind of put a little square in there like that. Let's say that's my scissors. Then I like to turn it upside down and put the scissors facing the other way. And just kind of sketch it in there right now. Like this. So I have my design, it's kind of off like that. I kind of like doing that. This is off a little, it would be more centered, but I haven't done these for a long time. It's kind of fun to get back sketching. You know, you can just sketch out all sorts of ideas, kind of keep a little journal there. Okay, I wanted to get out that Fractor book. I don't know what I did with it. Dee Dee, you sent me that book, and I promptly, did I put it behind me in that box? I promptly put it someplace. I didn't put it in the box. She sent me Happy Meal. What did I do with it? Honestly. How can I lose things? Here it is. We're going to play with some Fractor designs. Let me come out and look at chat. I've been rambling on here. All right, let's see who's in here. Kimberly and Cheshire. Hi, Dar. Never heard such a thing. So sad. What? Terrible, Dar. He was 17. Oh, let's see. What's going on? What's going on, Kimberly? Meri mathing in the morning, daughters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Meri mathing in the morning. Well, I think I got it worked out. I had it a little off center, but it's because I didn't allow for my extra little square at the, here's the top of the scissors. I put an extra little square between the top and the side. So I didn't allow for those two. So it threw my design off a little. Thank you, Leah. Went out and back in and here again. Odd. Huh. Yeah. Did you lose the sound for a minute, Brenda? Hi, Dar. Good morning. That's good, Brenda. Strange. Dar says, hey, Bud, how's everything going? What happened with the person getting stuck in the sand? Terrible, Dar. He was 17 and dug a deep hole on the beach. Very sad. It happens a lot. Oh, did he suffocate? Oh my goodness. Maybe they need more signs on the beach. Parents need to teach the children the danger. Wow. Oh, that is sad. He dug a deep hole and did it cave in on him? We kind of have that issue in the rural areas where they farm when they get into those elevators. More elevator accidents. I just hate hearing about them. You read about them quite a bit in the paper. Not a whole bunch. I mean, not constantly, but more than what you want to read. Kimberly showed a pair of scissors. Thank you, Kimberly. Oh, that's so sad, Kimberly. I'm so sorry to hear that. This is my shadow box page. I'm zoomed out quite a bit, but this is the shadow box page that I made. Just for my art journal, just kind of playing around. So we're going to keep playing. And this paint is dry. And, you know, I haven't done it for a long time. Let's do that before I start. I haven't done this for a long time. I need a white sheet of paper. Hold on, let me get a piece of what's this? We'll use this Bristol vellum paper. That'll be good. I might have to cut it down. I'll go ahead and do it, and then I'll trim it to fit my journal. I get sidetracked here. Now you aren't going to see white on white right off the hand, right off the bat. And let's see, let's grab this Fractor book and let's just copy some writing out of here. I'll read it as I write it. We'll do the introduction part. I don't think they'll mind if I do the introduction. And you'll get this book was produced in York, Pennsylvania by York Graphic Surfaces. I don't know if it has an author. Let's see if it has an author. To honor Mary Hammond Sullivan, the photography for this book was made in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. This book was gifted to me by Dee Dee Willingham, bless her heart. Frederick S. Weiser, W-E-I-S-E-R, has the copyright on this. But I'm just going to snatch out the introduction here. And we're going to write white on white here, and we're going to let it dry. I've done this before, this technique before. And then you come back in with a watercolor or some sort of even a acrylic wash, crafted acrylic wash. And because this paint is not all my white paint, I usually use white paint. But this, as I put my hands over it, has some dimension. it's not real thick. It's thick in here where it gets thicker on the where I stop and start. But I can feel this dimension here. And some of my paint, even my white paint, is not that dimensional. But we're just going to write across this page. And I don't know, you'll see it better when it comes out. And let me get situated here. And I don't know, how wide is this? I guess, no, I think I'll work this way and shorter. This is, well, I should just probably cut it to 8.5 by 11 because that's the size that fits in my journal. Let me, get my trimmer out. And then it'll be easier to write on with a shorter paper. So we want 11 this way. This is Bristol. And let me put that over there, and 8.5 this way. Should have used copy paper maybe, but all right. And then I generally fold this in half. Let me get the trimmer out of the way here. And I fold it in half because my desk journal is this size. So I'm just going to write to this point, and then I'll come and write on this side. And I write kind of scribble writing, but we'll see. It says one of the most lively and most widespread and most widespread and you know what? I'm not using the, let me get my other fine liner out. This one is not the one I wanted. Hold on. Hold the phone. I'm going to put the cap back on this. Now I can't see the thing. There. That's not the one I wanted. This one is the one I want, I think. All right, widespread, one of the most widespread aspects of Pennsylvania. I'm going to put Pennsylvania Dutch. And this will take up most of the, I mean, my writing's big. Let me hold it up. I think if I hold it up, you can see what I'm doing. See, I'm writing on that with white paint. And then when I put a wash over it, the white paint will resist the wash, and the wash will go down in the page, and it makes a nice image. But kind of a nice background. All right. Pennsylvania Dutch culture, CULTURE, was a series of drawings, that modern, I'm going to leave students, I'm going to say modern collectors groups under that modern drawings, that modern collectors group. They group meaning they categorize it, they group it under the name Fracture, FRAKTUR, Fracture. And let's see. These drawings were made in all religious groups of the culture. They appear in every geometric area. They were made in great number until the 1830s. So I'm going to put that in there. They were made in great numbers, GREAT, until the 1830s. I think fracture itself came from an alphabet style. When you read research fracture, you'll find fracture, some king or somebody wanted a distinct alphabet and he assigned it to a typographer and it kind of took off from there. Fracture itself, I think, means broken. And the style of the alphabet is kind of like broken lines, meaning that they're just various strokes. But then it got into folk art. I'm not sure how they translated the alphabet style into the folk art, but maybe because it was various motifs, maybe they thought of that as being broken. I don't know that part. Maybe I'll find out in here. They were highly sought after, let's see, with the combination of whimsy. Okay. They're filled with a combination of color. They are filled with, I'm not going to get it all on here. I'm just going to put color, whimsy, design, color, because nobody's going to sit and read all this. Whimsy, design, because it's kind of like, what do they call that, scribble writing? But you can tell it's text. Okay, I'm going to let that side dry, and then over here, I'm going to write something else. Let's see what I'll pick up here. This talks about settling, the German settlers. Let's see if I can find out more about the art. Here. For well over a century, these folk drawings called fracture were part of that difference. Let's see. They were talking about a difference. In a sense, this too is something that folks gave to their neighbors. For the most widespread form of fracture was, and I can't even pronounce it, TAUFCHEIN, the baptismal certificate, a decorated record of birth and baptism initially hand-drawn, which was early struck off of printing presses and ran through 1,000 more variants. So let's see if I can get that on there. So I'm going to start with, for the most part, for the most widespread form of fracture. So let's start with that. For the most wide, and I'm going to have to put spread on there, spread form of fracture was the, and I'm going to have to spell it, TAUFFENTIAL the baptismal certificate, the DAPTIS certificate. I'm going to barely get that on there. A decorated record. And this doesn't look like much until we get the wash on it. A decorated record. A decorated record of birth and baptism. Of birth and baptism. I want to make sure I'm spelling it right. PPTISM. A birth and baptism, initially hand-drawn. And I'm going to skip the part about the printing presses and go to something else. Let's see, I've just got the bottom part here to do. Let's talk about hymnals someplace in here. In direct service of religious usage were the hymnals made for the brothers and sisters of the cloisters. Now I was talking about baptism. I want to talk more about the art. Larger fractures that are completed text were also made. Figure 8. Let's look at figure 8. This is interesting. Text. Where's figure 8? Six, 7 should be the next one. Oh, they're talking about something like this. See, this is the fracture alphabet, or not the alphabet, but lettering. And it's got these broken strokes, meaning that they don't connect. There's a line there and a line there, and then this line, the lines don't really connect. And then they added fracture drawings to it. So let's see what it says about the text. Where did I read that about the text in figure 8? Larger fractures that are completed texts were also made. In a sense, they are masterpieces of the craft. They are carefully planned, a definite unit, usually showing, even though they too were not displayed, certainly infrequently. They are probably a development of another German word, FORSCHEN, CHRIFT, and were likely presented on similar circumstances, but perhaps to outstanding students, friends of scholarship of the schoolmasters, friends of the schoolmasters, or children of influential or wealthy families. So I imagine that took a lot of work when you stop and look at it. When you stop and look at it, you know, that's nothing Meri would do in half an hour on her stream. That took a lot of work. Now, the birds I might be able to handle, but that lettering, oh my goodness, it's beautiful. And I suppose if you did it enough, you would get used to it. But it's called fractal lettering because it's all broken strokes. Well, that I don't know if that's meant to be a letter or a flower there. And that's probably German because I don't know what that says. I don't know what if that's an S. That looks like an L. It could be, it looks like it's written in German. All of this looks German here. Pennsylvania Dutch. But I want to finish my last paragraph about the larger fractors here. Larger fractors that are completed text. That's what where I'm picking up here. Larger fractors that are completed texts. TEXTS. Were also made. WERE also made. ALSOMADE. In a sense, they are masterpieces of the craft. In a sense, SENSE, they are masterpieces of the craft. CRAFT. They are carefully planned, definite unit. But they were likely presented to outstanding students. They were likely presented to outstanding students. And there's other groups here too, but I don't know if I can get them on here. Students, outstanding students, friends of the schoolmasters, or children, or wealthy children. I'm going to put or friends. Because that's all I can get on here. And it doesn't matter because we're not going to sit and read this word for word. I'm going to come back to the book, but I got to get it off my desk for a minute here while I put my fine liner tip back down. Now you can't see the writing on this too well, but when it dries, like this is already drying up in there, I'm going to set it aside. We're going to work on some. And then I'm going to come back and put a wash over this. And you'll be able to see all that texture in there. Now you'll know it's text, but you probably won't want to sit there and read it word for word. So we'll just set it aside and let it dry. And let's get out my desk journal. I'm going to do some fractal art in it. And get it out here. Ouch. We'll do some fractal art so I can build up my May art journal. It's getting pretty thick. It's getting pretty thick. And I have more pages to put in it here. So this is my May art journal. I've got a buttons. I had a button. We had a button, 4th art, Saturday. This is text for my style podcast. This was my hello postcard. And this was butterfly pattern for needle tatting. I'm writing that pattern out. This is text for the stretch podcast. This is a group list we did in one of our streams. I didn't date it. Tell me about what your favorite household item is. We got everything from calculators to toilet paper to wireless earbuds on there. And this is a blank sheet of paper. And this is some notepad. And I was going to tuck this lady that I did in 2020 in there. And this is my Happy Memories jar. And some more postcards. This was a bookmark that I did of Elizabeth Van Leeuw. I finished that book, a very interesting book. And this is a old project list. That's just a scrap of paper. What's this? Postcard giveaway. And I mailed them on January 25th. So I did get these mailed. I don't remember them. Project list. This was the transparent art journal page that I made my last stream. It goes here. I was going to go in here in my May art journal. Oh, there's more. Oh no, this is just extra. I might put that in there. Oh, and I got a plastic glove. All right. I had to get all that so I could get this out. And we're not going to do the fracture on this. We're going to do it here. And we're going to look. And I think I'll use my... Let me get them out. I could use the watercolor, but I think I'll use my super tips. I think I'll use my super tips. Now, we're going to draw first. Let me put this here. All right. Let me come out and look at chat. Need a chat break. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Devin. Is Devin in here? And Dar? Devin says, my air fryer is my new favorite household item. I've been meaning to get one of those. They say you can get them with the toaster oven and what not on them. Cheryl says they really enjoy hers. Dar says Kimmer's, it's her Swiffer. What did Kim say? Do, 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 do. You're watching me on the TV, Cheryl? I just giggle to think of people watching me on their TV. Hi. I hit the screen. I hit the big screen. Oh, there's Dana. Hi, Dana. And Amber. I missed a lot of you coming in. Devin and Kathy. Good morning, everybody. What did Nina say? Later, Nina. Nina says, okay. There's enough light outside for me to go do some yard work. I need to start now before it turns really hot. Yeah, Mina's in Arizona, so she does yard work. She's got to get out there at the break of day. She's on, I think she's on Pacific time or Mountain time. I think she's 2 hours behind me, and it's almost, oh, you know what? It's almost 9 o'clock here. So I can't start much. So we'll save this. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll try to come on tomorrow morning and do this. And I've got a few minutes. We'll pick a picture. And I'll come into this. We'll let this dry. It's too wet to work on now. And tomorrow morning, I'll put a wash over this, and you'll see this text pop out. And this is nice. The reason I did it is because it's nice and textured. Not all my craft paint, it's just plain white craft paint. There's nothing added to it. But not all of it is thick enough to give me a nice texture. And what's in this older bottle does, one of these. Yeah, that's the older bottle. It gives me a nice texture, maybe because it's getting older. But I find that some of the paint I buy is a thinner paint. I don't know why, but it doesn't give me that texture that I like. Amber and Dana and Devin. Maybe you could ride your Roomba and be like Kimmers. Your little ride your Roomba vacuum cleaner. Let's pick out a piece here that I like. Maybe a bird just for the fun of it. I like them all, but I have to get one that inspires me. These birds kind of inspire me. I don't know if I do the whole thing. Here's a couple birds here and here. And a great big old peacock. A lot of birds. A lot of birds. Ooh, look at this one. These are cool. They have this graceful, see how the beak is almost a circle. Almost a circle there. If you could almost close it up, it would be a circle. And I noticed these do too. Very pretty form of a bird. What time is it? I've got 10 minutes. I've got 10 minutes. Let's see if I can't. This book may become very used. I need to flatten it out a little. Dee Dee says, Meri, what are you doing to that book? I'm flattening it out. We'll put Penelope on this other side. And I don't need my fine liners. And let's fold this in half. We'll do the bird on this side. And maybe I'll use a pencil. I thought I sharpened one. I must have used it. See if I can't sharpen this pencil a little. You're supposed to turn the pencil sharpener, not the pencil. When you sharpen your pencils. I saw that online from somebody. That's good. And I got this for 99 cents, and I can see why. We'll just... All right. I've still got 9 minutes here. I want to do this bird. And I might have to do them in horizontal for him to fit on the page. And I'm just playing anyway. So the head of the bird is almost, I love the curvature of this. It's almost a circle with the beak. The beak comes like that and like that. And then it comes way around. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Let's zoom in a little. Get my head in the way. Let me zoom in. Yep. And bring this down a little. I don't have enough room on my desk. All right. And then it comes up into a circle, almost a round, if you could round that out, but it doesn't round out. It comes down this way. The eye is here, is almost a teardrop shaped eye. It's very oval, like that, but the eyeball itself is round, like that. And then this is the beak in here. And then it comes down around like this in a graceful curve. And then this comes around like that. And then it starts its wing in here. It starts the wing coming like this. And very pretty wing out like that. And you aren't seeing everything because I zoomed in. It's hard for me to draw this on my let me zoom out just a little more. Playing around here with it. I just want to get the form of the bird on here. So then it's got a leg coming in here. And the leg actually has lines on it, like so, like that. And then it gets skinny legs here. Skinny legs. Chicken legs. And that's probably a little bit longer, but I can't get the claws on my page, so I made them a little shorter. It's got some claws here. 3 of them. And then the belly really isn't this fat. It's a little more slender. Like that. And comes down into the wing. Down this way. And it has lines coming. And we'll color this tomorrow. We'll work on my fractal art a little tomorrow. And the body comes this way. And then it has all this beautiful design in here. It's got a gold mark here. And one on the other side. Like that. And then it has these. I've got 4 minutes here to put these triangles in. Calico Kate is coming on. I think Kathy Berg is also coming on. So you have a choice of where you want to go. Maybe you can go visit them both. I'll probably go out on the front porch and maybe I'll work on that cross stitch scissors. And we're going to be doing our flowers today and maybe planting in our garden, depending on how. I think we're going to get some rainy weather, though, later this week, so we better get it done. All right, that's as far as I'm going to go on my bird here. And we'll finish him tomorrow. I may put some of these beautiful flowers in there. We'll play with that tomorrow. So I want to thank you guys for sitting through my scissors design, wherever I put that, and my fracture writing here. We'll finish that up. And I did my shadow box this morning. Probably do my shadow boxes. What happened to my... I want to wish you all a happy day. Have a great day. Have a super duper day. Go out. Enjoy your day. You only get today. You don't get it tomorrow. You didn't have it yesterday. Well, you might get it today, tomorrow, but it won't be today. It'll be tomorrow. So I guess I'm just going to make that my thumbnail. I should put my scissors. I'm looking for it here. I don't know what I did with it. I put things off to the side and then I can't find them. My scissors that I designed, I had it here. Oh well. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you, Kimberly, for leaving the links. I sure do appreciate that. And thank you all for spending Tuesday morning with me. Bye.